Hey there, welcome to the Christian Media Marketing Show. My name is John, and I am excited to introduce to you someone special today, a new part of our Kavanah media team. We have new people coming on board, we have new teams, we have new organizations that we are getting the opportunity and the honor of serving. And so I'm looking forward to introducing one of our new hires today. Now, she's been with us for about 3 weeks now. We have about a 2 month onboarding process. So there are a lot of documents that they go through of training, our SOPs. They sit in a lot of calls, observing, asking questions. One of my most favorite things that Amanda is doing now with our whole marketing team, I got to sit in on yesterday, which was we just really did a deep dive on different people presenting different ads and different campaigns that they're doing, and everybody else got to look into that and ask questions, and we got to really dive deep in thinking about, well, what if or why or whatever. And so we really take the marketing part of what we get to do very, very serious. It is our honor to serve the teams and the organizations, and it is our responsibility to do our very, very best with that, which means we're looking for people always to be a part of Kavanaugh Media who have a very specific skill sets, but also just heart. So we can find marketers or we could find workers, but to find people that really know both of those, not just, oh, I've heard this or I read this, but no, like they've been doing it and doing it and doing it. That's a really special person. And Yari, who I'm going to introduce to you here in just a little bit, is one of those people. Plus, she's bilingual, which is amazing. Actually, she can speak more than two languages. But before we get to the interview, I do want to remind you that the resource page, so resources.kavanaughmedia.com. So resources.kavanaughmedia.com. We have up over 30 different campaigns. Many of these ad example campaigns are in multiple languages. You can search by language, by ad objective, by what kind of creative content is being used, and many of them have multiple ads under them. I think there's probably a year and a half to maybe almost 2 years worth of ad examples on there now. And we're going to keep adding more and more each week. We're not just throwing new ones on there. We're really going through and spending time making sure that these are ones that we want to share with other people, ones that we have used, that we have seen success with, and we want to offer those free to anyone and everyone to use. Now, if you go to the website, you're going to be asked to sign up. We're not going to be spamming you with that. I'm not going to ever give that out to other people. And it looks like a store, but everything's free. All right. So don't get caught off by that. It's just the best way we could figure out how to really tag and compartmentalize and put all these different variables together to offer these different ones for you. I will tell you as well, if there are ones that are there, you can translate those too. So just because it's just in English or let's say German or Arabic or whatever, there it will give you some ideas, and that's the main thing that I hope that you can dive into and really use these to make Jesus famous. All right. And as well, don't forget our weekly marketing rundown. This is news and information every week that comes out by email, or you can go to our website to read it there. That is just things happening in the social media marketing world that we feel like is important enough that we want to share with you. So these are articles and information that we've curated that we make available to you. All right. So there's a lot going on. I could tell you about some really amazing things with our Discover Jesus initiative. This is multi-org, multi-team works in now several countries, and we have several new ones coming on board. We're really excited about that because we believe that this is just good stewardship. We believe that Jesus is pleased when people work together to do this. And so it's fun and amazing to see these local teams and just local people, just locals taking ownership and really moving this forward. We believe that that's an amazing, amazing thing. But I'm going to save more of those updates maybe on another podcast episode here in a couple of weeks. But I want to jump right in now to introduce to you today Yari. And Yari Soto is one of our newest social media marketing specialists on the Kavanah media team. Let me introduce Yari to you. All right, I am excited to introduce Yari to all of you who listen to the podcast, watch the show, especially to those of you who Kavanah Media gets to serve. For those of you on the different teams around the world, you're going to be meeting Yari. And so she is one of our two new hires. Actually, I think there's three that we've brought on, but Yari, you're the first one that we are putting on the show introducing. So thanks for being on the show today. I'm excited to have you here.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. Very excited just to share a little bit more about me, my story here. So thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have you on the team. Really just looking forward to the value that you're going to add to the teams that we serve. And so I would love if you would just maybe introduce yourself a little bit to people, your name, where you're from, anything like that at all.
Yeah, so yeah, again, thank you. Yeah, so my name is Yari. I'm from Panama. So I'm living in Missouri, but originally from Panama. I the new one of the newest member here at Kavanah Media. Very excited to be here, and also I will be working as a marketing specialist. I bilingual, be able excited to be able to add also my knowledge with other languages as well. Be able to communicate with teams. I know that teams, different countries that I can like communicate also in Spanish or Portuguese, some of the languages that I speak. So yeah, so my name is Yari, new marketing specialist, newest member, along with the other two members as well. So yeah,
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so you speak Spanish, Portuguese, English, and you've been studying other ones too, right?
yeah, yeah.
What
So
other
my first
language?
one's yeah. So I'm first in Spanish, English, Portuguese. So I'm starting to learn Turkish and sign language.
Wow, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
I just love, I think languages is like a cool thing. Just be able to, I mean, there's like this phrase that I really like. I have mentioned that a lot, but I have a phrase that says, when you talk to somebody in their language, it goes into their second language, it goes to their mind. But when you talk to somebody in their native language, it goes to their heart. So I have been had the honor just to meet people from where I went to school, meet people from all around the world, and when you talk to their in their language it just like hits different.
Yeah,
So that's like kind of like want to be able to at least be able to interact. And I think when you meet people from different cultures, that gives like that sense like, oh, you care. Like you took the time to learn the language, like, oh, to learn my culture. Same for me with Spanish, where I'm from Panama. I think that's very just yeah, being interested in somebody else give like a lot of value and make people be feel seen. So yeah, that things some of the things that I love about learning new languages, be able to interact with people and get to know more about them. So yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. And obviously, your English is very good. You've gone to college, university here in the United States.
Yeah.
What school did you go to? What did you study? What's your degree in?
Yeah, so I went to Lindenwood University, so in 2018. So my major, the name of my major was social media and digital content strategy, with a minor in digital art. So yeah, I went to Lindenwood 4 years, amazing experience, be able to improve my English. So yeah, very blessed, a blessing just be able to yeah not only learn the amazing things that I was able to gather like information there, but at the same time people connections friends and yeah, totally a blessing
Yeah.
those 4 years at Lindenwood.
Yeah, that's a great school. I know that school. I'm from Missouri originally, so I know
That's
that
cool.
one of my best friends and worked on the field with me in Taiwan is from the St. Louis area as
That's
well.
awesome.
So Yes, and so I'm a lifelong St. Louis Cardinals baseball fan, so love that
Let's
area.
go.
I love what you've studied, and you've been doing this now. You've been working with
Mm,
some other groups and doing this
yeah.
before we were able to hire you. So you're coming already with experience,
Mm,
bilingual. We have teams lined up. We're ready. We can use you today, and that's great. So, but it's been right now you're just in the training process with us and getting
Yeah.
onboarded. What's your role going to be? Why don't you let people know what your role with Kavanah is?
Yeah, so yeah, as we mentioned right now on the training process, amazing just be able to just be able to learn about a little bit more about the process, getting to know the different teams. So my role will be the marketing specialist, be able to help the teams to create their campaigns, their advertisement on Facebook and different placements. So be able to use like those platforms to be able to deliver their message to share the gospel in different languages. So yeah, be able to create the content, the ads, be able to help along the process with different show like the more numerical part, the metrics, just be able to explain that, walk with them along that. So yeah, very excited, be able to combine both marketing to share the gospel. So I think that's like a very beautiful and amazing thing to combine those two and help also and also just like be able to have that real relationship with the teams, not just only the numbers but be able to get to know them, be able to have a relationship with them. And so yeah, very excited just be able to give that as part of the new member.
Yes. And I agree. I mean, there's with my role now because of our growth, I don't get to spend
Mm,
as much time as I used to with these teams, but still some of my most favorite people, even friends, I would say, in the world now are people on different teams that we get
mm,
the
oh,
honor of serving. And after doing this now, several years and
mm,
continuing to do that. So I think that is that personal part of it. And really leaning into not just the marketing, but the
yeah.
message, the gospel itself. What is it that made you want
Mm.
to apply or come to work at Kavanaugh? Is it, what was it for you specifically that made you, what excites you about being a part of the Kavanaugh team?
Yeah, I think that's something that really like caught my eye when I read the description, like the job description. So before I was working at a nonprofit, so I was able to do the content creation for them. So be able to help. So I really like be able to create content for a purpose, not just like create content just because. But when I read the description of Kavanagh, I thought it was very unique, be able to combine, I mentioned before, like just to combine marketing and sharing the gospel. I mean, I think it's the first time that I saw something like that that combined both. So when I read that, I was like, wow, that's I mean a blessing, truly. So that thing like caught my eye that I really like to want to apply, just be able to use my skills that I've been learning all of these years to use that to share the gospel to help people as well with the social media, with Facebook and all that. So I think that that's kind of like the main thing that caught my attention, be able to work also like marketing and all that I studied, but at the same time be able to interact with people, be able to share the gospel so more people out there get to know about Jesus. So I think that was kind of like the very unique and amazing thing about that.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm I'm so thankful for what we get to do and for the teams and the different organizations that we get to serve. It's
Mm,
truly an honor, and it's a challenge. It's not
mm,
like we're trying to sell a product or we have some sort of
mm,
business kind of a thing where it's like we can sell so many things and make a ton of
mm,
money. It's just not what we want to be about. That's not what we want to do. We just want to see everybody have a chance to know who Jesus
mm,
is, to become a disciple, to be a part of a group, a
mm.
church, and to share their faith with other people. And yeah, it's really cool to be able to come
Yeah.
alongside some great teams and people. And so thank you for applying and for going through the whole process. I know there were a lot of interviews and a lot to this, and even this onboarding. This is like 2 months of onboarding that you're going through, but I hope it's worth it to you.
Oh
We're
yeah.
excited to have you be a part of the Kavanah team, and I'm excited to have others be on these calls with you in the future and to really be walking alongside you. So, Yari, thank you so much for being on the Kavanah Media team. Thanks for being on the podcast today and for sharing a little bit about yourself. And I really am honored to have you be a part of just the work that we're doing, putting your hand to the plow alongside the rest of us to try to make Jesus famous. So thanks so much.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Yeah, very excited to see all the process, and yeah, very grateful and just praying for the Lord, what He will be able to do along all this process. So yeah, thank you very much. An
Mm,
honor to be here.
great. Thanks so much. All right, there you go. And that is Yari. And she is just one of our newest members on the Kavanaugh Media Marketing team. And I'm glad that she's a part of what we get to do to serve potentially you and your organization and teams just like you around the world. So thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. As always, if you have questions or ideas or suggestions, I mean, we're always learning ourselves, and I don't think we have all the answers. In fact, I guarantee we don't. We want to give out anything that we do know. We want to share what we have, but we want to learn from you as well. So if there are things you would like to be hearing on the show or ideas that you have, I would love to hear from you about them. So make sure you reach out and let me know. If you haven't, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's going to be a great thing. And to the podcast, and share it if you would. Just share it with other people. Let them know it's an act of love. It's part of our service to the King, and we hope that it's a blessing to you. So until next time, take care, keep pressing forward, and may the Lord bless your efforts to make his son famous. Bye for now.